What's up guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can hypnotize people with your copy. Okay, this is powerful and I'm being for real, and you will start to realize as this video goes on that what I'm saying can really get out of bounds if you abuse it. So basically, before we start teaching you anything, okay, because I know some of you like to play around, be aware this technique is powerful, so you better not do some mischievous stuff with the info I'm about to give you, okay? Before we start, if you're a beginner copywriter who wants this copy reviewed, advice from successful copywriters who already made it, and overall you want to max out your chances of making it big, don't miss out on this. My free Discord community is gonna explode in value, and it's gonna turn into the best place for copywriters to grow their work, sharpen their skills, share their wins, and get insight that will turbo speed your learning and get you ready for clients ASAP. We're Nick and Presley, two extremely successful copywriters from the US and the UK with loads of experience on their back, will be joining me in giving you the craziest copy community in the game for free. So join today and start winning with us. Link in the description. By the way, all this info is taken from this book, which completely shifted my perspective in copywriting and just life in general, marketing. It's by Vitale and it's called Hypnotic Writing. Okay, really underrated book. I suggest you read it. Given the title of this video, you may be thinking, but Paul, what do you mean by hypnotize, like in the movies? Or you may be thinking, how is that possible? Like, I thought that was a magic tale. Hold on, okay? It's all gonna make sense. You also may be spreading morality into the mix and thinking, wouldn't that be evil? And I'm here to tell you it's not. Let me explain. First of all, let me make some statements clear. This video itself will be an example of hypnotic writing. Okay, this video you're watching right now on your screen, your phone, your Tesla, your fucking fridge. I don't care what you're watching this, okay? Throughout this video, you'll find yourself going into a light hypnotic trance. Okay, obviously this won't cause you any harm. I'm only mentioning it so you become alert to the hidden mechanism of hypnotic writing, so you can begin to use it in your writings later. Okay, you can instantly apply what I'm about to teach you. Next, just let you know that hypnosis never removes choice. Okay, you can be made do something under hypnosis you didn't already want to do while fully awake. Okay, and second, hypnosis is not evil. Okay, it is used by dentists, doctors, and psychologists to help people get more of what they want out of life. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, let's continue with the video. Before we start though, let me tell you a story. In case you don't know Agatha Christie, she's a very famous writer. You probably heard about the book Murder in Orient Express, classic novel. Well, she's the author. Here we have her, beautiful lady. Apparently, Agatha Christie, the famous writer, used hypnotic words to make her books, as one scientist said, unputdownable. You know when you were in a book and you can put it down? Basically, some scientists concluded a study on Agatha's books to see if there was a correlation between them, and they concluded that her phrases trigger a pleasure response in the brain, okay? And this causes people to seek out her books again and again, almost like an addiction, right? And one of the words discovered in the study was the one underneath, imagine. Okay, we have SpongeBob here. So, the word imagine forces the reader to picture an image of what you're trying to tell them. So, lesson number one, ladies and gentlemen, is that the brain is more powerful than any words you can vomit, and thus you need to use the imagination on the reader. This is really easy to apply. You can start playing it in your next email. It's free. It takes literally 0 seconds and it will make your copy instantly better. Always use the word imagine or similar, like picture this or envision that, before trying to tell a story or describe a product, okay? Because the goal of any well-renowned copywriter is to make the copy live in the reader's brain. Okay, this is like brain hacking, as you can see. You know, Plato's cave, you don't want to be down here. Your copy shouldn't be basic shadows. It should be living in their head. They should be able to kind of like see it and touch it. You know what I mean? That's lesson number one. use the word imagine all the time. Before we go on though, let me show you an example of hypnotic writing. Okay, you may be wondering, Paul, why are you showing me this thing, a massage pen? It all makes sense. Basically, this massage pen is a regular pen, okay, and here's an exercise for you guys. This pen writes and the tip of it has a massaging head on it. Basically press it against your skin and you get a massage. Okay, I know it isn't much to go on with, but how would you write a paragraph to sell me this pen? Write it down. This is an exercise for you copywriters. Okay, open a Google Doc, write something quick, and then pause the video and come back. So here's how one website describes the massage pen. It just says, product description, the unique metal ballpoint pen with a built-in massage, rugged metal construction, attractive design, patented massage function, replaceable ink refills, batteries included. Like, is that hypnotic writing? I don't think so. Okay, that just seems like an Amazon description. We ain't getting paid to write Amazon descriptions. This copywriting piece, if it can even be called copywriting, it has the facts, but it doesn't have any reason, benefit for you to care about the facts. And the result is boredom. Okay, if you know anything about copywriting, you know that boredom is the worst ever feeling. You'd rather have the reader feel disgust for your product over boredom. Boredom is just off. You lost a sale. Now look at this other example. Let's read it out loud. Imagine you have a teensy wincy masseuse carry around in your shirt pocket. Anytime you decide, you could order your mini masseuse to soothe your tired muscles and rub away your tensions. Now imagine this tiny masseuse had a pen sticking out of his head and ran on batteries. Well, you're not likely to come across a miniature pen-headed masseuse. But here's the next best thing. Introducing the world's first massage pen. See how that's more refreshing and just that's copy, man. As you can see, lesson number 1 is applied here. It says imagine 2 times, and then we got new easy safe pick. Pause the video and reread it. So basically, can you see the difference? And most importantly, can you imagine the difference between the 2 pens in the copy? This introduces lesson 2. Okay, drum roll. Lesson 2, time to get personal. You should notice something about the second copy, which is red, massaging pen, and you should know the same insight about these very words you're reading right now. Okay, in fact, you should notice this characteristic in virtually the entirety of this video. What am I talking about? Intimacy. Okay, not that kind of intimacy, okay, don't get creepy. But as you read from the second copy, you probably sensed a personality behind the words. This secret is one of the greatest keys to creating hypnotic writing, okay? Because people buy from people they like. Does that make sense? When you allow your personality to come through, people feel a sense of intimacy with you, okay? Like you're on the same page, like you're speaking to one another, instead of they just reading a blank screen. And they begin to trust you, they begin to like you. Rapport is built and sales happen, okay? So, that's number 2, intimacy, okay? Super important. A lot of copy just sounds like plain robotic and doesn't even have like personality behind. You should be able to hear a voice when you're reading your copy. If not, it's trash. Just throw it in the bin. Okay, lesson number 3. The one hypnotic command that always works. Okay, I know that sounds big. Hear me out. I learned about the one hypnotic command that always works from hypnotists. Okay? Basically, a good hypnotist will never give a subject a choice or offer a list of reasons why you should fall asleep right now. That's not what a good hypnotist does. Instead, a good hypnotist will simply issue a command. When I count to 3, you will close your eyes. Or when I snap my fingers, you will bark like a dog. Basically, the subject responds because they want to please the hypnotist and because they don't have much of a choice. And your prospects as a copywriter are nearly the same. Give them too many reasons why you should buy and you risk boring them, overwhelming them, or irking them. Okay? Terrible. All of them. So, give them the one hypnotic command that always works and they will do your bidding. Want proof? Okay, answer me this. You watching the video, why are you watching this lesson number 3? Genuinely, I'm willing to bet the title of this lesson, the one hypnotic command that always works, promise you something you felt would be worth your reading to get. And you want to know the one hypnotic command that always works so you can use it to increase sales, get more dates, or in some way to get what you want from people, right? I know some of y'all are mischievous and evil. So, what you just did was illustrate the very point of this chapter, okay? You did that. And I see a trend with copywriters today, which is to pile on the reasons people should buy the product being offered and give an avalanche of testimonials to prove others love the product. Okay? Listen, there's nothing wrong with this approach to creating sales letters that work, as long as it also contains the one hypnotic command that always works. What I'm suggesting here is that the hypnotic command alone, when done right, is so powerful that you may not even need a long list of reasons to buy, okay? You're probably wondering, just what is this one hypnotic command that always works? It depends on your audience, okay? When I was considering writing these lessons, I asked myself, what's the one thing my viewers, you guys, will want to know? Basically, I further speculated that if I titled this piece the one command that always works, you would subliminally know that there is one very powerful thing to learn here. And of course, the one in the headline refers to the one thing I'm trying to get across here. Do you follow? Okay. Here's my point in a nutshell. Know the exact thing your prospects want and tie everything you say to it. Here's an example, in case that wasn't clear. Say you're selling a magic trick of some sort. You can list everything in the entire world, from easy to new to inexpensive to amaze your friends to add it to your collection to any number of possible selling statements. But what is the one thing your audience of budding magicians want? Whatever it is, focus on it. That will be the one hypnotic command that will explode sales. So easily amaze your friends would be a great single hypnotic command for the magic audience in this case. Finally, you're probably wondering, Paul, how do you write a hypnotic command? And honestly, that would take an entire book to explain. In short, write the same way you do a good headline. Short, engaging, and relevant to your audience. With these three, you cannot go wrong. Think of what your prospects want and give them one tight line that suggests you have it for them. And this is where the customer research comes into the equation. And for extra motivation to get yourself to work at writing a hypnotic suggestion, remind yourself that it takes only one good line to make someone buy. So, after all, my one hypnotic command got you to watch this entire lesson, didn't it? So, that being said, I hope you learn how to do hypnotic writing after this video. There are more points, so if you want me to bring them to the channel, I can do a second part. Because there's a lot of information, there's a lot of valuable info in this book, okay? This book is a hidden gem. I suggest you go read it, okay? So, without further ado, check out the newsletter I have in the description if you want to read my emails. It's free. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, leave a dislike if you didn't like it, and I'll see you in the next one.